Right now on social media and in the news, you can see what's going on in LA. So they're calling them riots. Let's examine if they are exactly riots going on in LA. So riots, for the most part, are non-constructive, particularly for the everyday people. There's been riots that have been recorded since before Christ all the way to contemporary times. A riot can happen for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes it's for greed or for jealousy. Like in Tulsa, there was a riot out there because one town was jealous of another town. But riots have been happening for a long time. After Martin Luther King's death, there was a lot of violence in the cities. After Rodney King's trial, there was a lot of violence in the cities. Let's look at the definition of a riot. So riots, of course, are very non-constructive. Like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they just want to burn down cars and buildings just out of the excitement because somebody won. Not really a justified reason to burn things down. Now, there is another word that comes up, which would be revolt. A revolt is kind of a rise and rebellion. These in history have a tendency to be very violent. Now, the difference is in a revolt or a rebellion, usually an authority is abusing their powers and people want to revolt and act out violently. And in history, these causes revolutions. So you can see how the words change. Riots are non-constructive and basically have no reason. A revolt or rebellion or a revolution seems to be more constructive and are more justified. If you look up the definition of rebellion, it's going to pretty much say resistance against like established governments and things like that. Now, in a riot, revolt, or rebellion or whatever, usually you see a lot of violence. Usually. But then there's certain people like Gandhi, Malcolm, Martin, they were promoting non-violent ways to have revolution, which is not typically done in history. So there has been other ways to revolt and rebel. You can do it up here, or you can do it physically. People are very angry, and that's why revolts and rebellions happen. Look at the Boston Tea Party, things like that. You get mad because you think you're taken advantage of, and then you start acting out. It happens. Right now in LA, they're acting out because of the immigration policies. They're not happy with it. And just looking at the cause and effect, I wouldn't say they're riots. I would say they're more like revolts. Revolts are going to happen throughout history. As long as there's authority and people abuse their power, revolts are going to happen. Research the Stanford prison experiment. All right, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all my 2 cents on the matter. Let y'all know what I thought about the riots. I think it's more like a revolt, not a riot.